The appetite of Federal Reserve policymakers for another large interest rate cut in November may come into better focus in the coming week as Jerome Powell addresses economists and the government issues new employment numbers. That's right, Jerome Powell is about to speak tomorrow. In this video, we're covering AMC, we're covering GameStop, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin, and those only. So watch until the end, like the video, get ready for this week, and subscribe to the channel. First things first, quant hedge funds were trapped in a short squeeze after a quote-unquote China glitch. Do you guys remember? Very recently, you should remember, the Chinese markets have rallied the fastest they have ever rallied, and short positions got caught up in that and they got stuck. Following that, so many brokerages in China are now offering 24/7 services to meet the demand. Basically, individual investors are hearing how quick you can make money, potentially, right? They hear this good theme, how quick the market's rallying and how much money people are making, and they are now trying to open brokers. This is going to bring new money in. Moving alongside of short sellers getting absolutely obliterated in China, we're hoping the same thing is going to happen in the US markets, starting with GameStop. Friday, GameStop closed the day with over 6.2 million worth of calls purchased. The last time we saw this kind of volume was June 17th. These whales are putting millions into GameStop calls as well as into shares. Don't forget that we are seeing more and more dark pool prints day in and day out, and we saw more on Friday as well. Leading us into the next thing, when GameStop moves, investors should listen. I completely agree with this, and it brings up a very good point. If you are trading GameStop and not holding for long term, this is almost pretty easy money. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm personally holding. I don't trade GameStop up and down, but getting in GameStop at lows and running a close stop loss would be potentially easy trades due to the fact that it can move basically at any point from its low, and it moves very, very strong. And if it hit your stop, you would lose very minimal amount of money. Traders probably love this stock, but that just brings the question: when GameStop moves, investors should listen. The moves aren't like a normal play. Now, coming into the week, before we touch on the charts, AMC is going to have 1.6 million shares available to borrow against it. Not really too much to pay attention to, seeing that they bring shares out of thin air, but the options chain. A lot of people are betting calls compared to betting puts, with over 50,000 calls and almost 10,000 puts, respectively. And then on Friday, we saw 231,000 short exempt volume on AMC. What happened Friday? Basically nothing, right? We're going to get into the charts in 1 second. GameStop, also for the week, we have about 16,000 calls compared to about 7,000 puts. So a little bit closer there. Short exempts, 63,000 on Friday. Okay, this was a relatively flat day for both of these plays. AMC's at 450. It did hold 435, but depending on what we get with Powell, this could be very, very dangerous to the upside or the downside. I'm just going to preface that right now. I gave my bear case scenario on several different plays yesterday. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to go watch that. But we want to hold 435. Ultimately, if Powell is dovish, which we're going to talk about when we get into the SPY, you should see a break over 520 on AMC. They're going to try and keep it down as much as possible, but we would like to get past 566 as the first level, being that the debt conversion converts to equity, like Adam Aaron was talking about. We also covered that. So 566 is where we want this thing to push to, but obviously they are going to be fighting it. And you're seeing that right now, right? AMC barely had a move, and they dropped almost 250,000 short exempts. GameStop as well, 64,000 or so short exempts, and the day was basically flat. It came up towards the top of the range, and they started shorting it a little bit too soon with these fake shares. We didn't quite get the top of the channel. Now, GameStop, if Powell is dovish, this is going to be a perfect time to break out. Seeing we came up and we almost tested the top of this channel, this would be a great time to retest it and break over, as well as AMC. Now, this is a tinfoil hat for GameStop. Remember the picture from Roaring Kitty with all of the cats with the cards? Cats drawing Uno cards are like holding corporations, picking securities from companies. Common stock, preferred stock, depository shares, warrants, stock purchase contracts, units, subscription rights, so on and so forth. Now, I don't know how deep you want to go down this rabbit hole, but if you guys can figure out what's going on, drop it in the comments down below. We are seeing a lot of things correlate with different tweets from members of the GameStop community, or supposedly, right? You have Elon Musk in here, then you have Poll, then you have Roaring Kitty and Ryan Cohen. You guys let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below, and if they are working together, if they are in correlation with each other, are all of them connected? Let me know. Moving on to the S&P 500, trading at 571.47. Obviously, whatever Powell says, whatever the jobs report comes out as, is going to affect the market. I gave you the warning as to what could happen with the market, but this is the basic new fib levels that you have to watch. First of all, if the SPY breaks above 574.35, you could run all the way towards the end of the year to 600. If we get a little bit of dangerous news, which this could very well happen in the morning, and I'm going to explain why, watch the SPY come down to 565.50. 565.50 is the first fib level. If we can't hold that, you're watching for a move down to about 553.65. So screenshot this if you want. These are the relatively close levels on the SPY. Now, war is happening over the weekend. The leader of Hezbollah has been killed, I believe, and military bases in the US and Europe have been placed on high readiness with orders to prepare for deployment to the Middle East. War is never good for the market, at least very quickly. You could see a flash down to this level right at 565 before scaling higher and seeing what Powell has to say, of course. So that is what we're watching as well. And yes, traders now see the Fed delivering another 0.5 BPS rate cut in November, which would also probably move the market. Fed speakers this week are FOMC member Bowman, Monday 8:50 a.m., Fed Chair Powell, Monday as well, 1:55 p.m. These are all Eastern Standard, I believe. FOMC member Bostic, Tuesday 11 a.m. Member Cook, Tuesday as well. And then Tuesday, you also have Barkin and Collins. And then you get into Wednesday, you have Hamak, Zalem, Bowman. Sorry if I pronounced those wrong. And then Thursday, Bostic. And then Friday, you have Fed member Williams speaking as well. So we have a lot of Fed members speaking this week, which is going to affect the market. Last but not least, Bitcoin. VanEck CEO has predicted Bitcoin is going to 2.9 million. I'm not even going to speak on it. Leading us into the charts. Yes, as that sounds great. I'm not sure their time frame on that, but Bitcoin is doing pretty well. It's actually hugging this top of the range for quite a bit, and it's fighting a breakout. You can see this channel, it is testing it perfectly, and it's fighting for its life here, and you are going to see what is going to happen this week. This week is very important because we get direction, right? You consolidate up here, and then you get direction. You consolidate up here, get direction, and most of the time, at least lately, the direction has been down, and hopefully, Powell is not too hawkish and spooks the market. Obviously, then you see Bitcoin fall like this, but this could just be the time finally to get a breakout and make a new all-time high for crypto. So this is definitely something that we're watching. Last but not least, speaking of crypto, FTX will start its $16 billion repayment to its creditors tomorrow. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. God bless you all. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you all enjoyed your weekend. I just want to give a quick announcement. We are going 3K to 10K in a trading challenge that if you want to be a part of, get in the Discord. The trades are going to be in here as soon as we enter them and as soon as we close them, right? So if you are owning a small account and you want to try and get this money, there's no time frame where we have for this, but hopefully within a couple of months, this challenge is completed. And if you want to get in, it's only a coffee a month in Discord. And obviously, if this is a successful challenge, you will make your money back well over time and time again. So get in here, guys. It's the third link in the description of the video. Don't sleep on it. We are 500 subscribers away from 30K, which is insane. So if you're not subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit that button. And if you want up to 15 free stocks and earn 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash, not to mention we are doing the challenge on this platform. It is a free broker. It's Moomoo. Use my link. It's the second link in the description. I'll also pin it in the top of comments for you guys. Once you go through my link, open an account and make a deposit into your account, you will start earning benefits. So those who have signed up, make sure to deposit into your Moomoo. Not to mention your money is also insured in there and it only takes 2 minutes to sign up. Last but not least, my custom indicator is at the top of the description, pattern detection and forecasting. If you don't have it yet, go get it for 2 weeks for free and plug it into your TradingView charts to help you trade. That is it. Let's make some money this week. I love you all. Lottery Socks out.